Now we are going to learn about inequality, multiplication and division. So firstly we need to read out the whole summary of this paragraph, that what they have written. You can also use multiplication and division to isolate the variable. Again same thing has come here, that you need to isolate the variable. As long as you recognize a very important distinction, you will multiply or divide by a negative number. You must switch the direction of the inequality. Okay, so whenever you divided by a negative number, you need to switch the direction. Suppose if this one is greater than, whenever you multiply or divide by any negative number, you need to write it. If this one is greater than, for this case you need to write out less than. So if you are multiplying or dividing a positive number, no need to change the direction. The direction of the sign stays the same. So here our concern is, whenever you use the positive number for adding, for dividing or multiplication, then you need to just remain the sign same. But whenever you divide by any negative number, then you need to reverse the sign. Okay, if this one is greater than, then that will be reversed by, replaced by less than. If this one is less than, then it will be replaced by greater than. Here are a couple of examples to illustrate. So multiplying or dividing by a positive number. So now we are noticing this example. So 2x greater than 10, example 1. So first you need to isolate the variable. So this 2 here is in multiplication, that's why you need to this one in this side division. So x greater than 5, so this is written here, divided by each side by 2. So you are using a positive number here, that's why no need to change this side. But if you look this one, that z, what they have written example to z by 3, I think z by 3 less than or equals to 2. So similar thing, this 3 is in division in that side, that's why it will be multiplication in that, the right side. So z is less than or equal to 6. Similar thing, you are using 3 here, positive number, for multiplication, that's why no sign will be changed. So our answer will be this one. Now in both instances, the sign remains same. Why the sign is remaining same? Because you are using the same number, positive number actually. You are multiplying or dividing by a positive number. This is written here. Now going to the next one, multiplying or dividing by negative number. So if you divide or multiply by negative number, then your sign will be reversed. So here 2x greater than 10. So x greater than this 10, and this 2 will be divided here, because this 2 in multiplication in the left side. That's why it will be division. So x greater than minus 5. But you cannot write here greater than. I have made a mistake here. Intentionally I have made this mistake. So you need to replace this one by this manner. Okay. So look here, this sign is greater than, it is replaced by less than, because you are using here minus 2. That means negative number. Similar thing, 4b get minus 4b greater than or equals to minus 8. So 4b. So you are using here minus 4. So this sign will be changed. So this will be this one minus 8 by minus 4. Sorry, this 4 I have made a mistake again. Let's do this again. So here b equals to, this sign will be changed, and this minus 8 divided by minus 4. So b less than or equals to this one, and this one will be cut minus minus plus and 2. So our answer will be this one. Okay. So just need to flip your sign whenever you divide it or multiply it by any negative number. Why do you do this? Take a look at the following example that will illustrate why we need to switch the sign. Now you will find the answer why we are switching the sign. So we are going to the next page. Let me zoom it. Okay. So start with a true statement. Look, 5 less than 7. So they are in look, they are multiplying this 5, that means left hand side, similarly right hand side with minus 1. So 5 multiplied by minus 1, we will place this sign later. 7 multiplied by minus 1. So 5 multiplied by minus 1 means minus 5, 7 multiplied by minus 1 means minus 7. So now, is minus 5 is less than minus 7 or greater than minus 7? Yes, of course, minus 5 is greater than minus 7. That's why this sign is this way. That's why look, whenever firstly our sign is 5 less than 7, but lastly the sign is reverse. That means minus 5 greater than minus 7. That's why you need to change the sign. So our answer is correct. So look at this. They didn't change the sign. That's why they have written not true. And here they have changed the sign. That's why they have written still true. Okay. Look at this. In each case, you begin with a true inequality statement. First, you need to look. This is a true inequality. Then multiply minus one. You see, you have to switch the sign in order to the inequality statement remains true. So if you want to uh, make this statement true, in that case you need to reverse the sign. So what about multiplying or dividing an inequality by a variable? Whenever you are divide, now look, here you are multiplying with minus 1, here you are multiplying with minus 1. What if you multiply with a variable, suppose x, or divided by a variable, suppose y? The short answer, try not to do, because you don't know the variable value. Is it positive or is it negative? If I ask the value of y, you don't know, because the variable's value is always unknown. That's why you don't know what is the value of this one. So it can be positive, it can be negative, sometimes it can be zero. So it is not possible actually. So that's why try not to do this. The issue is that you don't look, you don't know the sign of the hidden number, you don't know it is positive or negative. That the variable remains. If the variable logically cannot be negative, so it counts people measure a length. So suppose if assume a value for a length or for a area, you know that the length cannot be negative, so that's is positive value. So if you calculate the area, so it is also, if you calculate this one x, so it is also positive, because area cannot be negative. In that case you can use the variable and you can go to add the multiply or divide. If the variable must be negative, then you need to also feed to the multiply or divide. Just remember to flip the sign. So same thing for the variable also. Whenever if you think that the variable must be positive, in that case you no need to change the sign. But whenever you find that the variable is negative, in that case you always need to flip the sign. However, if you don't know the whatever the variable is positive or negative, try to work through the problem with the inequality as if okay. If the problem is quantitative comparison, consider whatever not knowledge the sign of the variable you want to multiply or divide the means of answer D. Okay, so you need to keep the answer D where when you don't know what is the sign of the variable, is it positive or negative. In that case you need to consider whatever not knowing the sign of the variable you want to multiply or divide by means of the answer D. Okay, let us try to solve this answer. So look at this one, first one, number 10. So what they have there written, isolate the variable in this equation. So first one, x plus 3 greater than or equals to minus 2. So if you transfer this plus 3 in the right side, then it will be minus 3 minus, so to minus 2 minus 3, so x greater than or equals to minus 5. Similarly, if you go to 11 number, then minus 2y less than 8. So y will be 8. This minus 2 is in multiplication. In that side, it will be division. But you are using here negative value. That's why your sign will be flipped. So it will be this way. So y greater than minus 4. So number 12 number, let us do this one. So a plus 4 greater than equals to twice a. So I am taking this 4 here and this a is transferred in the right side. So 2a minus a. So 4 greater than or equals to a. So if you write, so 4 is greater than or equals to a, you can write this one also this way. So a less than or equals to 4. The same thing actually answer. Okay, thank you for today.